back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Fujifilm Instax Y300. Now this is going to be my kind of first review, review with using this table. This is my old desk. If you've seen the new desk that's back there, I'm using this tiny black one right here, and I kind of want to have more reviews set up like this in a table style, and I do need to invest in like a little lavalier mic because right now I'm using a shotgun mic and there might be some echo in this room. However, that's fine for now. If you haven't seen my Polaroid video, it's going to be up here and you could go check that out. So I'm a pretty big fan of Polaroid cameras. I have the Polaroid SX70, the Polaroid One Step 2, which is the newer version, the Polaroid Instant Lab, and then I have one of the 600 cameras, the close-up ones. And for a while, before I got into it, I was thinking about Fujifilm cameras because we all know those ones that everybody calls Polaroids, those little rectangle film that are not necessarily Polaroid because that's not the brand. I like to just call them Fujifilms or Instax. I wanted to get the Polaroids because the frames were a lot bigger. It was a square Polaroid film. Everybody knows how a Polaroid film looks like. It's basically a square with a little rectangle box, and those are the most notable for instant film. So this camera really caught my eye because it's a basically an instant camera that shoots wide film. So instead of it being a square, like a 1:1 aspect ratio, it's more of like a it's more of a rectangular aspect ratio, so you could take portrait and then you could take landscape photos, which caught my eye because I don't really like the square aspect ratio. A lot of times when I'm taking photos, if I want to step back and get a bit more like a landscape photo, the Polaroid, you kind of get a whole bunch of room up here, and then you also have to back up a lot more. So I'm really interested to see this camera, and this right here was a perfect choice. So this camera, I believe, is $99. I paid $79 on eBay. And moving on to the box, it says Fujifilm Instax300 camera. The side is kind of just a little bit of the specs about the camera. The box looks very nice, like the pictures they included up here. So if I open it from the top right here, the first thing we get is a little paper kind of showing how far you want to take it. If you want to take a photo of something, you should be 40 to 50 centimeters away. And if you want to take a photo of yourself, like a selfie, you hold it arm's length away from you like this, or like this. Oh shoot, I hit my desk. And then this is the instruction booklet right here. And right here in the box we get, oh, that was my PS4. We get a lanyard or a camera strap which says Fujifilm. I'll set this aside for now. And we also get, I believe is a selfie mirror. You basically put this on the camera and it helps you take photos. And then it also comes with batteries right here, which are, I don't know what brand these are. These are Perdiers. I've never heard of Perdier batteries. These seem, I might just put Energizer batteries in there or just use these depending on how well they fit into camera. And then in the box we have the camera, which is actually pretty big. And the good thing is it comes in bubble wrap this way. So I'm just going to throw this aside for now, including the paperwork. I do have to put in the batteries for it to work, and also this little selfie mirror. If I can get open, there you go. See, this wasn't open. Don't know exactly what's that for. Camera strap, or camera lanyard, I'll put on the side for now. I don't know if I'm actually going to use it. So this is the camera right here. Oh, that is a crazy good viewfinder. Wow. I'm impressed with this camera because the viewfinder is definitely rectangular, and I like how it reminds me of using a film camera. When you look in, there's like a little circle, and usually those are used to set focus, but this one is kind of like a focus to let you know where the center of the frame is. And it looks very clean. It is new, so I expect it to be clean, but I don't know how to install. Okay, so the battery slot is on the side right here. I'll set the film aside for now. And that just comes off. Okay, so the batteries go in here, it needs 4 AA batteries. Let's load up the film and let's see how we do that. So on the instruction booklet it says push down the back cover lock to open up the back. So this is how the back looks. It's kind of empty. And hold both sides of the film package, align the yellow marks on the camera and the film pack, then insert straight. Okay, so I do see yellow. So this is one pack. Fujifilm Instax pack, take temperature, blah blah blah. Usually what I do with Polaroid film is I put it in the fridge because the colder it is, the better the photos usually come out. So let me actually open this up. Because it doesn't actually say to turn on the camera before putting in the film. So this is the first film cartridge, and it's basically probably about like 3 inches by 4 inches, and this is the film right here. So let me open this up and then align the yellow with the yellow, like this, okay. Oh, and it's in. So the problem I had was not all the batteries go the same way, because usually when you have a plus and minus on a battery like this, usually the tip goes on the metal prong connectors and then the back goes on the spring. So this one actually I wasn't following the directions, and the plus actually goes against the string on certain ones. So the camera does work. How does it turn off? Okay, there you go. So to turn this camera on, it says you flick this little thing right here, and if you do get this camera, make sure you put in the batteries correctly, and then it will turn on just fine. So obviously it's kind of more like a camera. You go like this to take photos that are portrait mode, and then you go like this to take photos landscape mode. And then depending on which way you took it, the film ejects from up here, this little slot, and then on the back there is this little LED film counter to let you know how much you have left in your film cartridge. And there is 2 buttons on the side you have to be aware of. Basically, since this is film, it's not the same as digital, and the film does need light for the photo to actually develop and come out correctly. So it has a flash on it. This is a flash right here. And then, let me just turn it off for now so I don't accidentally take a photo. And then the film door takes up the most of the back of the camera. And this is a little light and dark button right here. It says L and D. I'll get a few close-up shots of the camera. Select L to lighten the next picture if the picture is going to be coming out too dark. So when you there's a little exposure button, basically means so you can have it flat, normal, like if the daylight is not that bright and stuff, but if it's really bright outside, like let's say the sun is hurting your eyes, you want to put it on the D mode, and what that's going to do is it's going to darken the image. And let's say you're inside and it's a night party, or even if you're outside and it's nighttime, you most likely want to put it in light mode, which is a little L, and then to the left side of it is the LED, is the film counter, which I mentioned before. And then, so what I read is this is a close-up adapter. So basically when you put the camera on here, it allows you to take photos a lot closer than usual. And then also here's a selfie mirror, because the distance is about, and as you can tell by the motors, it is loud. So there's a few things you have to do before you actually take a photo, which one of them is basically making sure you have the right lens focus. So let's say you want to take a picture of something like from here to the camera, and I'm a little bit far from the camera, but let's say you're closer to your camera, you'd have to basically change it so that your thing is closer. So it's 0.9 meters to 3 meters away. So that's what is that, like 3 meters is like 9 feet. So basically if you want something that's a lot closer, you just turn it to the side, and on the top right here it would actually say 0.9 to 3 meters, so that's going to be where your focus is. And then if you want to take a photo of like a really nice mountains, or you're really far, or like a landscape or something that's past 3 meters, you want to turn this little wheel and it'll make it so take a photo 3 meters to infinity, and infinity is just how far the camera picks up light. This little thing right here is attach the close-up lens straight so that the tabs on the back are on the left and the right of the camera lens. So let's say I put it on like this, right? And what I want to do is basically I want to have it lined up so that you want to have it lined up so it so that you're looking through it with your viewfinder. So when you look in the viewfinder, there's a little circle, and you basically want to get it so it's pointing at the circle, so that it's coming from the bottom right into the center of the circle, and that's like a good area to put it. You basically want to get this thing so it's coming from the bottom right corner, which would be like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use the little thing to set the center of your frame. So you use this little circle instead of the one in the viewfinder to take your photo, which is kind of strange that they would use that, but it says taking selfie portraits, hold the camera securely, keeping 40 centimeters to 50 centimeters between you and the edge of the lens. Confirm the composition using the self-portrait mirror, then take the photo. So what you do is basically you line this up in the viewfinder first, and then afterwards you can go and then line up your shot, and then you see a little mirror and you take your photo of yourself here or whatever. And then right here is just troubleshooting problems with it, like if your film gets stuck. And then a few things it says right here not to do are to not yank the film when it's coming out, to not try to pull it, do not bend the film, do not leave it in the heat, do not eat the film, do not peel it, do not put your fingerprints all over the frame, do not shake it, which is a funny one, because everybody used to shake them. It says do not shake these, do not leave it out in the heat again, and then do not cut it, and do not make holes with the screwdriver. And last thing I'm going to do is just attach the Fujifilm little neck bracelet, because I'm scared of dropping this thing since it does feel like plastic, and I feel like if I drop it, it'll crack. Thing is, I do tend to talk a lot, so I do have to kind of edit out a lot, make it so it flows and not really me bouncing between different topics. And this camera strap is optional. Obviously you don't have to have it if you have a camera bag, or they even sell bags on Amazon. I'll throw up a picture right here. And if you see, basically the camera just goes in there, and it's like a leather bag that you could just put your camera in. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this unboxing of the camera. This was something I did a little bit of research on before. I do want to end the video saying, leave some suggestions if you want me to do more reviews, or if there's something I have that I could do a review on. It doesn't have to be new, but something I've shown, like I already did a review on the microphone, and which was a pretty good review, but I kind of want to set them up more like this, where I have my table, decent background, and overall just I probably need to get a lavalier mic so the audio isn't as echoey if you hear it right now. And yeah, if you did like the video, please share it, or if you want a cool video challenge with this, I can probably I'm ordering a bit more Polaroid film for my other cameras, so maybe I could do like a battle between the Polaroid cameras. I can use this pack, 10 pack, and then the other packs, and do a photo challenge comparing the 1-step 2 to this camera and then the SX70 or something like that. So just let me know if you guys want to see anything. The content right now is whatever I guess we want, me, Alex, and my thumbnail editor Daniel, who I do give thanks to. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys later. Peace.